What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B Hot Radio Shawty, and as always, I got my podcast partner off in this thing, the original hot boy himself, Mr. YNT Turk. What up, though?
Man, I'm cooling, man. That's all. You heard me?
I mean, you're cooling, but it done got real hot in here, man. I got some A-Town legends and icons in here that's responsible for a lot of this good stuff that we enjoy in the A-Town today. Shawty Redd, Big Gipp, what's good with it, fellas?
Facts.
I know you didn't know you were gonna see this.
Exactly, man. Man. When I got the call, I'm on the phone with Shawty. First of all, Shawty threatens to come in here every other month. Okay? Shawty called me, threatened me with pulling up. I said, Shawty. But when he put Gipp on the phone, I said, oh, okay, it's movie time in here.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, for those that don't know, though, Shawty, I'm going to start with you. Can you explain the connection between you and Big Gipp? And why y'all even here today? Because, I mean, folks might not even understand that.
Well, I've been knowing Gipp since I was with Twin Production. Like, you know, DJ Herb used to produce him. He used to come to the Shack on the Hill before. I was in the process of Drama Left, Right, Left was just blowing up.
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of met Gipp.
Okay.
But I also had met him prior because I used to work their mics when they did shows, because Twin Production used to do all the big sound system.
Yeah.
So I would hand them their mics before I was even Shawty Redd.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I kind of knew them from that. So every time I see them, they just embrace me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, when you saw a young Shawty Redd, though, Gipp, first of all, how do you pick which young folks to take up under your wing and mentor, such as myself and Shawty?
Being honest and being just authentic.
Okay.
Shawty ain't never been nothing but himself.
Come on.
And, you know, a young hot red nigga back then. He was it, you know what I mean? Like he was it, and he gave that east side that flavor that the game didn't have. You didn't have a producer like Shawty Redd that was talkative and at the same time he stood on what he stood on because he was a creator of a certain genre. He helped move something and helped move the needle. So his what people probably thought was arrogance, it was confidence.
Yeah.
It was because he knew that he had a line on something that didn't nobody have a line on at that time. And really, man, like his sound, it put a light on that east side.
Come on.
It put a light on the Legion of Doom and everything they were doing out that gate and out that all them strip clubs on that side. So he really gave the east side their own music. At that time, you know what I mean, and you know he was the go-to. You know, it was Jeezy and it was Gucci and it was him. You know what I mean?
Come on.
Hey, Shawty Redd, I heard you say you was trapped out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you get trapped out after like bringing trap in? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's like what he said. It's like, man, I've been produced 95% of old Atlanta. Like from the east side to the west side. So I was just trapped out because everything was sounding repetitive. It sounded like I was doing the same music I already did. So you know, I wanted to take a break. You know what I mean? That's when I say I'm all trapped out. You know, 'cause I could do other music. So I didn't think I was gonna be just labeled as this trap producer, and that's all the work I was gonna get, you know, because you know when you do certain type of work, that's the only type of chick you gonna get.
Exactly.
I want to get that other chick, you know, like the sexual seduction chicks. You feel me? That's a whole nother chick.
Come on.
You feel me?
I mean, that ATLA connection, though, man, that West Coast and Atlanta connection. Break that down, man. How the hell did the Atlanta and the West Coast get so intertwined? At what point did the Dungeon meet the Death Row and y'all become fam forever?
It was the beginning of the first albums. First of all, we got to understand that JD had a relationship with Death Row first.
Okay, then.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
JD
What up, though,
was really messing with Snoop and all them before we even knew about them.
Damn.
He had records with them. So I just think that once that happened, and then like Corrupt, man, like Corrupt has always been a part of the Dungeon. Because Corrupt, his wife lived here at one time, so Corrupt would be at the Dungeon when he was with what's the little girl from New York, Foxy Brown. He would be over there at the Dungeon with him and Foxy, you know. So I've been with them forever. And then when I would go to LA, you know, I would call Corrupt and Cujo and Timo, they might be on the phone with Snoop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we just used to always hook up when we get to that Lamontros. That Lamontros was like our ground zero in the early 90s. Everybody was at the Lamontros. We thought we made it.
Come on now, come on now.
Hey, one thing I know about Gipp, man, Gipp always seemed like he into what's going on. You know,
Facts.
I even remember, man, we was at Pimp C house. He probably don't remember. But Gipp was one of the first ones I saw with platinum in his mouth. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? He pulled up and we was at Pimp C house, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, he had on the clothes, you know, Gipp coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, who this nigga? This nigga had a fur coat on or something. He was different, you heard? Like, where you get that being different from, bruh, and standing out from everybody?
Really learning. I started in high school because I think I went and joined the Nation of Islam at that time, trying to find focus. You know, and I used to be over there on Ashby Street at the mosque, and I said, man, like I'm rapping, but how can I be different than everybody? That's what's going on, and that's when I said, I'm gonna wear silver. I ain't wearing gold because everybody was wearing gold then.
Facts.
So I just went to the flea market and I was like, give me everything silver.
Yeah.
So I just
yeah.
started going to school like that. And once I realized the attention that it was getting, I took it from jewelry to clothes to cars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just
I
me.
copied him, by the way.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I had got a retainer that was silver. Like, I had the top and the bottom because I used to see him with it. People don't remember. I used to have silver, and they were like, "Look at Shawty with the overbite with the silver." And I was trying to be on my big Gipp.
Come on.
That's up. You feel?
No, I feel that. Now, I mean, Gipp, you know, I got to come to you about the trending topics. I mean, how do you feel post-election? We talked before the election or right at the election. How do you feel about these first few days?
I feel like this. We getting exactly what the other party gave the other party the power to do.
Ooh.
See, right now, if you upset that these folk going through government and going through the paperwork, I thought that's what every business do in America.
Ooh.
A new president
audit.
audit come in, we hit the audit, that this music business, this business, and to see all this waste, it's kind of like, man, y'all giving grounds to what he doing. Mm-hmm. If your hand got caught in the cookie jar and it come up faulty, then hey man, he gonna have all the right in the world to change the game. Mm-hmm. So I'm just looking at it like, man, when people can point out all this waste and then also people can see an agenda for what you're doing. It's like you got money for everything but for helping people in the United States.
Bruh.
That ain't to me at the end of the day, it's either family first or you need to go move where you want to be. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we can all feel like that, you know, I tell people all the time, if you grew up in the South, you're a different kind of guy than you are if you grew up any other kind of way.
Yeah.
So in the South, it was always just us and white people. Mm-hmm. So I don't understand what I watch go on in the politics now is that they've hooked up every other nationality and every other situation to what black people had to go through by themselves.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why this man got in office and he said, you know what? I'm going to strip away everything and make everybody zero again.
Mm-hmm.
So now the black people, y'all can't talk about what y'all went through. Okay, Jewish people, you can't act like the Holocaust and this and that. People should care about this. The Indians, whatever you went through, we stripping away everybody props.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we gonna make it even. So at the end of the day, for me personally, you unloaded everybody up on our struggle. Hey man, take it away. Ooh. And then when we learn that, when we look at the actual DEI list, man, black people at the bottom.
Exactly.
So go on, scratch it.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Because it ain't helping us none anyway. And really, it's just another group who empowered over that, and they putting it on this person, and they just playing the middleman, getting the money and the kickbacks everywhere going on everywhere. So hey, man, like stop using the black face as the face, but it ain't got no power.
Yeah.
Jesse Jackson.
Well, now I feel you. So now, do you think exactly? Because I mean, when it comes to the DEI, and then they talking about what all Elon Musk is working on too. He went over there and told the Germans, y'all need to stop feeling guilty all the time. Like you said, scratching everybody back to zero.
Yeah. You just taking everybody. You taking everybody guilt button away. See, if everybody's zero, then I ain't got to care about you. I got to care about what you're doing right now.
Oh,
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And I think right now, really, where we are right now, everybody should want to be judged on what they got right now, not about what somebody else did or somebody else went through. Because that man just walked up into the Treasury office with nothing but 20 to 25-year-old human beings, and they going through all the paperwork.
Yeah.
So that lets you know. And then for the other part, the Democrats, y'all just look like a bunch of women screaming at the camera right now with no power. This is like the old saying, you a dog just barking at the moon.
yeah.
You ain't got no power.